You know what? It took me many years to come to a place where I actually understood the enormous freedom it is to be free of ambition in my own selfishness. This is tough talk. What I'm talking is very tough because it really puts a lot of pressure on you. And it's good. Because you need that. You need that pressure. And another thing too, if you hear the truth, if this is the truth, or if, let's put it like this, if you just walk out over here and just think, oh, that was interesting, and you do nothing about it, you're actually, God's going to bring you to a place where He actually will judge you. Because the time is over when we sit in here preaching without doing anything. I mean, we've been sitting in churches for years, doing absolutely nothing with what we already hear. Because we're a very passive church, very passive mentality. But that's another story, Michael, for you to have to ask. So, I'm not going to read it for you because you can read it by yourself in the book of Daniel. But the book of Daniel is actually, if you think music, it's very, very interesting when you start thinking music and you start reading. You understand what I say? So, it says in one place there that it said when the music started playing, they had to bow their knees. You know that place? It says, when the music started playing, you have to bow your knee and pray to the image of Nebuchadnezzar, the king. I don't remember that. That was built the sacrifice. But you have to bow your knees. So Sadrach, Meshach, and Abednego said, no, we won't. Actually, what they said was this: we will not bow to your image, and even if our God decides not to save us, we still won't bow to your image. And see, that's a totally different mentality in Christianity. That's tough. That's an attitude that God wants to have in music as well. So they said we won't bow down, and basically they said, okay, well then you repent, So they went into the fire, and you know the story that God helped them and so forth. But what I say is this, that man, there's so much more stuff I can't talk about. There's a book I read. I don't know if you read this. It's called Snakes in the Lobby. Have you ever heard of this book? It's a guy called Scott McCloud. It's forward by Rick Joyner. You know about Rick Joyner? You know who that is? What do you know? What do you know? Yeah. This book is very interesting because it's a vision from a man that comes into this hotel lobby in Boston Music, GMA in Nashville. I've been there many times. Anybody been there? You been there? Anybody else? Never been there? Well, you gotta be there, guys, because that's where all the big deals are made, That's where they have all the shows on. They have all the money for you. That's where you become a star. Oh, you don't want to go there, you want to go second. Okay. Yeah, you want to go second. That's cool. Well, if I'm speaking, if what I'm saying is just a dream or fantasy, then it's really up to you to ask God. You ask God. I can say one thing. I think there's a shifting. And I think that God it takes time when He does. I don't think we need more Christian superstars. I think we need more warriors. I think we need people who are more sincere with God than you see. Listen here. All you talk about is music and everything else. Talk so little about the faith you're supposed to have with your music, then I question your sincerity. Because if your mouth is speaking music, And your life and your time is basically based on listening to all these things that come from that world, constantly feeding you with that. Then you are eating the food and you're drinking the wine, and you will never have the faith you need to smash the wall. So I turned that off. Now you listen. I don't have to know the latest trend. I don't have to know what's the latest band or what's the latest thing here or the latest thing there. I don't have to know that. You don't have to know that. You don't have to copy anything. You can find yourself in the most powerful man that walked on this earth. But you gotta get the religion out of your mind. Because religion says Jesus. Basically, we're actually presenting a winner. Because we're presenting Jesus as a winner. He's just constantly walking around like this. He's also, he just follow everybody. Everybody say he was never really just say, no, this is not, never raised his voice. He always was very kind and patting people all the time. That's basically what the church is giving, a picture. But people outside the church at least have that picture. But he was not that. He was the most radical person that ever walked on this earth. I mean, he spoke the truth. And you know, if music is in a prophetic anointing connected with that, and I forget that when I talk about that, because I'm not talking about praise and worship style like hill songs and whatever. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something much more deeper.